Hi there, this is Anu from Team Amoeboids, and in this video I'm going to talk about Slack template. So as you can see, I'm already on the templates page, and when I click on create, I get an option to create a Slack template here. So when I select Slack template type, you'll see a Slack template builder has been loaded. I have to add a template name. So for example, release notes for ARN. You can decide whether it is going to be a local or global template based on whether you want this template to be available across the project or it should be specific to given project. You can also add the ARN branding in the Slack template, and then in main Slack message you can notice different blocks here. So let us talk about all these blocks one by one. So in header, we have this header configurations options where you can utilize ARN variables and add the header of the message. You can click on insert as soon as you are done with the editing. In context block, you can add the context with plain or markdown text. So in plain text, you can add variables and the text. You can add the image tooltip and URL. Rest of the option will be same, but in markdown template you will get more formatting options along with the existing ones. Now I'm going to click on the next block. So divider is fairly simple. It just adds divider in between two sections or two blocks, and then you click on section and you would notice again we have plain text and markdown formatting options. Additionally, you can also add a linked button. You can add the button text and button URL and so on. Now GQL section. So like any other templates within ARN, you can also add GQL section within Slack template as well. You can add the title. You can utilize variables again here. In description, plain and markdown text options are there. You have to add the JQL to fetch issues, and then you can decide whether you want to hide this section when there are no issues returned from the JQL. Once you are done with this, you can click on insert, and in this way you can add maximum 50 blocks in one Slack template. There is one more feature called AI generator. Using this AI generator, you can actually uh, create or generate a summary for the based on the issues retrieved via this JQL. So in title, you can utilize different variables, and then in the prompt, you can give a prompt to AI based on what content you want to be generated. And here you mention the JQL, and within the JQL, so for example, I'll just quickly add something here. So this is the text AI summary, and I will also add a variable here. So something like version name, and I'll keep the prompt as it is. And here put some simple GQL. So for example, project equal to UA. So we are currently in Appraise Apps project, and fix version equal to version ID. This JQL is validated. Now you have to select from where AI should fetch the data to generate a summary. You can either utilize existing Jira issue summary, Jira issue fields. So these are all single line text summaries fields. So I'm selecting summary here. I can either select a specific I can either select Jira issue property as well, but for simplicity, I'm just selecting a summary here. Then again, you can add, you can decide whether you want to hide this AI generated summary if there are no issues returned from the given JQL. I'll keep it as it is and I'll click on insert. So here I'll just say, okay, test message, or let's say no issues in this section, and then click on insert. So it will take some time to insert that AI generator, and I want to move it at the top, right? And in this way, you have created your Slack template and saved it, and let us preview it. I'm going to select one of the releases here and click on preview. In couple of seconds, the preview will be generated with the JSON in the JSON format that you have to paste in the Slack block kit builder. So from here you can navigate to Slack kit builder, and I'll copy it. I have already opened the Slack kit builder. I'll remove the previous message and paste the JSON, and you would notice that in the at the top we had added AI generator, which generated a summary of given issues from the JQL. Here we have the heading, then we have a context and the section, and here again we have added a header, and these are different sections added. So based on that, we can notice that there are different issues added. So these are all the issue IDs, their summary, priority, and status. So based on the JQL sections here. So if I go back, I'll quickly show you how exactly this layout was created. So if I go to the JQL section, you would notice in the layout we have added key, summary, priority, and status. So based on the uh, variables added here, you would notice the content has been created. And here also you can notice we have priority, key, summary, status. So whatever fields you are adding here, make sure that you have added all of them in the layout in the content section here, and then same will be displayed in your main content. So that's where it is, that's how it is being generated. Now that we have looked at the um, preview here in Slack block kit builder, you can just, if everything looks okay, you can just utilize this within your for your Slack as well. So you have to create a rule action for that. I'll mention some test name here and click on save. You can utilize different triggers. And now in the post external action here, you can select the Slack. You have to select the template, and then you can select the endpoint of your Slack, and then you have to complete the basic authorization and click on save. Once you have done all of this setup, you can run the rule. So if I go back to run details, you would notice there are different triggers. So if you select manual trigger, you will have to manually trigger it. If you have selected any of these automated triggers, based on those triggers, system will execute this rule and it will post that message on your selected Slack channel. Now, I'll just quickly show you one of the examples in our live or the production Slack. So this is our one of the channels on the Slack, and this is the message that we send before every pre-release meeting. So here in this we have just added a header and some context and the section, and Here we are fetching all the issues from that particular release along with a short message and a link to the pre-release meeting page in the Confluence. So this is how we generate this pre-release message and send across our channel to notify our team about the pre-release meeting. So that's how you can utilize Slack to generate Slack message for your channels. Those are created for your customers or partners or your internal teams, and you can send Slack messages for with the by generating automated release notes.